Today we're going to be talking about the playoff picture for the NFL.
AFC playoff picture. So right now the Patriots are the first seed at 12-2, and they would clinch the home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs with a win over the Jets this Saturday and a Raiders loss to the Colts. And the Raiders, obviously, they've been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't see them losing to the Colts, but we'll see how things play out.
The Raiders, when you talk about the Raiders, they've been obviously doing pretty well. Pretty surprising, man. You can kind of see their team was building up like last year and stuff like that, but it seems like all of a sudden they just came out of nowhere and really I think a big part of it is their defense. I mean, Khalil Mack and just how they're doing lately is just kind of surprising to me. I mean, I didn't really see that coming. They haven't been in playoffs for 14 years, and now they're making the playoffs. Did they already clinch it?
They've clinched. They haven't clinched the AFC West yet because of how well the Chiefs are doing and the Broncos are doing too. But they will clinch the AFC West and the first round bye with a win over the Colts this weekend. And a Chiefs loss or tie the Broncos, or if the Raiders tie and the Chiefs lose.
They
have pretty good odds right now of making the playoffs, standing at 11-3 right now. So, but it's not out. They need to win this next game at least. But the next two games they'd be in there.
So yeah, tell me what you guys think about the Raiders, how they've been doing this season. If you guys agree with me. Yeah.
So right now the third seed is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're at 9-5. They are third seed because their division is they're okay. They got the Ravens on Christmas Day this weekend, and if they beat them, then they'll clinch the AFC North and clinch the playoffs. So if they can beat the Ravens, which the Ravens, they're actually pretty good. They're not that bad of a team, but I see the Steelers winning that game.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I agree with you.
So it looks like the Steelers might clinch playoff spot this weekend. The Texans are actually fourth right now, fourth seed, and they will clinch the AFC South with a win over the Bengals on Christmas Eve night, and if the Titans lose at Jacksonville earlier in the day. So if Houston can finish the Bengals out this weekend, and the Titans can't finish Jacksonville, then they'll be in the playoffs. Which Texans are 8-6 this year, and I think that they'd be pretty good in the playoffs. I don't know I don't see them going that far. Just me, personal opinion, but yeah. I think they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I do think they can make it to the playoffs, but I don't think that they'll be going very far.
Yeah,
I think the playoffs will be pretty hard this season, but like every year, but still.
Yeah, well, with Texans division, I mean, it's no surprise, kind of, I think, to me, with Jacksonville and Indianapolis. Tennessee, I think, is actually impressing me by how they're playing recently. I think they're doing a lot better. But, earlier in the season, they didn't have the best start, so I can see the Texans winning that division. I see why. But I just don't see them going very far. So that's the top four seeds, and then the wild cards. You got the Chiefs, who are 10-4, and they have a tough division. Obviously, the Raiders are in their division, and the Broncos. They're not looking so hot right now to be in the playoffs, but because how well the Chiefs and the Raiders are playing. So if the Raiders can finish off, their year, it looks like the Chiefs will be in the wild card, and they might go up against Oakland in the divisional if the Chiefs can win the wild card game, and so that'd be big. That'd be a big game.
Yeah.
But Kansas City would just clinch a playoff berth with a win or tie against the Broncos on Christmas night, so that'll be a good game. Plus a Ravens loss to the Steelers. So if the Steelers beat the Ravens, which we think will happen, and Kansas City beats Denver, then they'll be in the playoffs, which would be big because I think Kansas City will make a pretty good run in the playoffs. And in the sixth seed, the other wild card would be Miami right now, and they'd clinch a playoff berth with a win over the Bills, which the Bills are 7-7 right now. But if they can beat the Bills on Christmas Eve, and the Broncos lose or tie to the Chiefs, then Miami would be in the playoffs.
Wait, are Bills in it at all? Like
The Bills are 7-7. They're still alive.
If the Bills win, are they going to beat the Dolphins? And if the Bills win, will they be a playoffs?
Well, if the Bills win, they'd be that much closer to the playoffs.
In my opinion, I'd rather see the Bills there than the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might actually be. I think they're a better team than Dolphins, in my opinion. I do like the Bills better than Dolphins, but I think that the Bills are a better team. So I do think that the Bills will beat the Dolphins, and I would like to see them at least being a wild card contender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, the Bills, they are a good team. They've had some close games that they probably maybe should have won.
Yeah, like that one with the Seahawks was a pretty close game.
Mm-hmm. I think the Dolphins, though, will get in the playoffs just because they are on a roll. This year they are incredible. They just showed up out of nowhere. They had a iffy start. They're okay, bad. That week 1 loss to Seattle was close. They easily could have won, but they lost by 2. But they're sitting at 9-5 right now, and the Ravens are 8-6, the Titans are 8-6, and the Broncos are 8-6. They're all fighting. So if the Dolphins can beat Buffalo, then the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, which we think will happen, then it looks like Miami will make the playoffs. But the Bills are not out of it. They can beat Miami, and I think they could beat them handily. But I see Dolphins, in my opinion, I see the Dolphins winning and making that 6th wild card.
See, but with the Dolphins, same thing. I don't see the Dolphins going very far in the playoffs either, though. So
yeah, it'll be tough. That's a pretty
if they can even make the wild card.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. So in my opinion, I think it'll be right pretty much right now. I think the Patriots will go with the 1st seed.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Raiders will be 2nd seed. I think the Steelers will finish out in the AFC North to be the 3rd seed, and I think Houston will be 4th. Houston's fighting up with Tennessee. They're both 8-6. Texans will be 4th. It'll be good. Last 2 weeks. See if the Texans will make that AFC South or if Tennessee will. I actually like Tennessee, and now that I think about it, I think Tennessee could somehow upset these last 2 games and get the 4th seed. So I'm going to call a little upset there. Because the Texans and Titans, they'll play in week 17, and J.J. Watt out for the year. Yeah. They're not the same team, and I think the Titans. I'm gonna call the Titans are gonna get that 4th seed, and beat the AFC South. And I think the Chiefs will beat the Broncos this Christmas, and I think they'll be wild card behind the Raiders, and I do believe the Dolphins will be the 2nd wild card at 6th seed. So that's my opinion for the AFC playoff picture.